What do you do when the entire world tells you that you'll never make it? When casting directors laugh at your ears, when they say your voice is wrong, when they dismiss you as too ordinary, too rough around the edges, most people would quit. Clark Gable didn't, and that decision transformed him from a struggling theater worker into the king of Hollywood. But here's what makes his story truly remarkable. It wasn't talent alone that got him there. It was something far more powerful, something each of us can access right now. Let me tell you about the man who proved that determination can rewrite your destiny. In 1924, Clark Gable stood backstage at a small theater in Portland, Oregon, painting sets and moving props. He was 23 years old and broke. When he finally got the courage to audition for acting roles, theater managers took one look at him and saw nothing special. His ears stuck out. His teeth needed work. He had the hands of a laborer, not a leading man. One director told him bluntly, "You'll never be an actor with those ears." Most people would have believed them. Gable didn't. He took whatever small roles he could get, sleeping in theaters, eating one meal a day when he could afford it. He studied every successful actor he could watch, absorbing their techniques, their timing, their presence. When he didn't have money for acting classes, he found a voice coach who believed in him enough to teach him for free. For 2 years, they worked together, transforming his high-pitched voice into the commanding baritone that would eventually captivate millions. Here's the lesson: Gable didn't wait for permission to become great. He didn't wait until he felt ready or until circumstances were perfect. He worked with what he had, where he was, and he refused to let rejection define his future. By 1930, Gable had made it to Hollywood. But even there, the rejection continued. MGM, the most powerful studio in the world, saw him as too masculine, too rough. Studio head Irving Thalberg said his ears made him look like a taxi driver with the doors open. They put him in small roles, convinced he'd never be a star. Then something shifted. A film called Red Dust gave Gable a chance to show his raw charisma, his masculine energy paired with unexpected tenderness. Audiences went wild. Women across America fell in love with him. Men wanted to be him. Suddenly, those ears that casting directors mocked became his signature. That rough edge they criticized became his appeal. The very things they said would hold him back became the traits that made him irreplaceable. In 1934, Gable starred in It Happened One Night, a screwball comedy he initially didn't want to do. The film swept the Academy Awards, winning all 5 major categories. Gable took home the Oscar for Best Actor. By 1939, he gave the performance that would define his career. Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind, a role so iconic that 90 years later, people still quote his lines. But here's what matters most about Gable's story. It wasn't a straight line to success. Between the rejections and the triumphs were thousands of small decisions to keep going, to show up for another audition, to practice his craft even when no one was watching, to believe in himself when the entire industry said he wasn't good enough. The real turning point wasn't when Hollywood discovered him. It was when he discovered something within himself. The understanding that other people's limitations don't have to become your reality. Every time someone told him no, he heard it as not yet. Every time they pointed out his flaws, he found ways to turn them into strengths. Clark Gable's journey teaches us something profound. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't always talent. It's persistence. It's the ability to hear "you'll never make it" and respond with "watch me." It's understanding that rejection is just information, not prophecy. Right now, you might be facing your own doubts. People might be telling you that your dreams are too big, that you're not good enough, that you should be realistic and settle. Maybe you've been rejected, passed over, or dismissed. Maybe you're looking at your own flaws and wondering if they'll hold you back forever. Remember Clark Gable. Remember that the king of Hollywood was once a broke theater worker who everyone said would never make it. Remember that his greatest weaknesses became his signature strengths. Remember that he succeeded not because the path was easy, but because he refused to stop walking it. Your story isn't written yet. The obstacles you face today might become the foundation of your greatest triumphs tomorrow, but only if you make the same choice Gable made: to keep going, to keep believing, to keep working toward the person you know you can become. The world needs your unique gifts, even the ones others don't understand yet, especially those ones. Now go prove them wrong.